between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Blue draw quarters.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Chance.
Go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 6-6, pull it high.
Check safety.
Pilot, 65.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
18, Gator.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Topper.
Check 26. Check 13.
X3. 218, chopper.
He's checking.
2.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run again on 1st down. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And a cutback right sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 31 yards there and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie,
We got to step it up.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check, check 43. Check, check.
Look, squeeze.
Switch.
Hey, wahoo. Speed grip,
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
on the double. 61, matchbox lights. Ready?
Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Hey, switch.
Hey, lock it.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 3, check 3. Check, check.
80 weapon.
2nd and 6. And this one complete to Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
No. Off. Jim.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Who that? Kill.
6-6. Pull it high.
Switch.
Go.
From the gun, Lawrence. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
These two teams all tied after one.
Ready. Safety gator.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
I'm out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. Set. 6 60 or. Topper! Get.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Let's go, defense.
X3, 218, chopper.
On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 91 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Switch. Check. SOS.
Go team, spill. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Five.
Rodgers now to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
319.
Check. Walk 54. Okay, double up.
399.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Packer 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the... And this is caught! And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Blue 58.
54. Down to lose 1.
Touchdown, Packers! A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Smooth.
Kill.
61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Big gap. Check 50. Check.
Slam. Bam.
Now Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
132 fighter. Bang. Go.
Now a run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, exit. 80 weapon.
Got you, boy.
Go.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 27. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
5.
Throwing again. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
49. Check 49. Alert 3.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
A 59-yard attempt.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Let's go now. 8, read. 6-6, pull it high.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Here we go. Here we go.
Short out.
Check 99.
Speak them.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Badgley able to knock this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, Hayward.
95's the same. No, check. He's Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. 95 is Mike. Mike 95. 3 buzz.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Thank you, Gator.
Yo.
Hey, Alpha.
watch 95. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun on third down. Lawrence. It's complete to Diggs. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
95 is Mike. Watch 95. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Go.
Don't get nervous.
Now.
On first down, Lawrence. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Show him.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, zoom. Let go.
On the ground, it's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
It's third and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is
intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's 61, matchbox lights.
Tighten up. Switch. Slam.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That one complete to Hill. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 3rd down and goal.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They complete it to Hill. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. Remember, he was drafted and released by the Vikings. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
57.
Big grip, big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go. Ready.
From the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Off the play fake. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Ball on on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo.
95 is Mike. Watch 95. Hey, let's
Go.
Let's get that ball. 95 is the Sam. No, check. He's Mike. Let's go.
To throw again, Lawrence. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And off comes to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 24. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Bearcats made it to 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit.
There he goes, left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Good job.
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2nd and 5. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
61. Ready.
They run it again with Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
319.
54, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 13.
Box it.
He's checking.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Check nickel. Watch twins.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustrating.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's it, ready? We go, work.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's caught. Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Go, go, go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, tight. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Hey.
Check back. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's go, let's get this ball back. Put up.
Five.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Hey, watch the ball.
Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Down. 70. Indy.
You get me?
Smooth.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. I got it.
2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Cut. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Vikings 31.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
A loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
No. 158.
Check. Block 54. Block 54.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.